Hello, my fellow YouTubians. We are about 1 week into the contest right now, the mega contest. I've got 2 entries so far for the video responses, which is great. I wasn't expecting any for the first week, but I've already got 2 video reviews from the list, and the original video to choose those reviews from, the films for the reviews from, is of course in the description. One for Empire Strikes Back and one for United 93, which is very exciting. And I have got a lot of new subscribers now. I cleared 222. I'm at 228 right now, 228 subscribers. That's very exciting. I've got some very cool guys who are interested in my videos now, so thanks very much to all of you for tuning in and what have you. The private message portion of the contest so far has 0 entries. So if you want to take a shot at answering those questions if you're not making a video, please do so. The field is wide open right now. There's only a little less than a week right now to enter. You'll need to have it in by the end of the day on Sunday of next week, so please do that. But for the video entries, you still have a lot more time, nearly 3 weeks. That should be plenty of time to pick a movie, shoot a quick video reviewing it, and post it. That would be excellent. And I really look forward to hearing for what you have to say about some of these films. I've seen a number of movies last weekend. I sort of held off on watching movies because I was writing. I only went to see like 2 movies in the theater during the entire month of December, which is unheard of. I saw Black Swan 127 hours. So this past January, I saw a whole bunch of new stuff. I started out with I Love You, Phillip Morris on New Year's Day. I was really excited to see that because I've been waiting forever to see the movie. It's really, really funny movie. A little bit too silly at times, but it is a Jim Carrey comedy, so I kind of expect that. It's based on a true story, and it's a shame that it didn't get played in more theaters, but you know, it's a love story between 2 guys, so you know, it doesn't get, you know, the multiplex attention, even though Jim Carrey and Ewan McGregor are big stars. But it's really funny, especially when they meet in prison. They're both in jail, basically. That's where they meet. And Jim Carrey finagles the system into making him Ewan McGregor's cellmate. So they're in the cell together, and they're having the first blush of romance, basically, in maximum security prison, which is just a riot. That whole sequence is great. A couple weekends ago, I saw over the course of 5 days, I saw 5 different movies. I was just starved for movies, so I watched a whole bunch of them. How Do You Know, which was pretty decent. I'm a little concerned that that movie cost $120 million, and it's a romantic comedy. It's set in Manhattan, so that must be expensive to shoot there. And they had Reese and Jack Nicholson in the cast. They're expensive, and so is Owen Wilson, but still. $120 million for a romantic comedy. I remember in 1994 when True Lies came out. It was a big Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie that James Cameron directed, and that movie cost $120 million then. It's a little disappointing. Another thing that was disappointing about it is that Reese only had about 3 lines with Jack Nicholson. He comes in, they're in just one scene together, and Jack Nicholson's character basically just ignores her throughout the entire movie, or throughout that scene, and just basically acknowledges her and then ignores her. I was really hoping that they would have like an actual dialogue scene together. Maybe next time, but probably not. I also saw True Grit by the Coen brothers, and I think it's a well-made movie, but it didn't really involve me the way I was hoping it would. I liked some of it, but a lot of the time I was sort of self-consciously aware of myself sitting in the theater, which is never something that you want. You want a movie to involve you and make you forget about sitting in the theater and get involved in the story, which is exactly what The Fighter did. The Fighter was really exciting, and I was involved with that every single minute, so I like that movie a lot more. I may grow to like True Grit more if I see it again, and I'm sure I will, but it didn't bowl me over the way a lot of other Coen Brothers movies had. I will say, though, Haley Steinfeld, if she gets a nomination at the Oscars, she totally deserves it. She's terrific. The scenes where she's negotiating with the shopkeeper are great. It just like made my head spin. I saw Blue Valentine, which I've been looking forward to for a long time. Michelle Williams and Ryan Gosling, they're both terrific in this movie. The little girl who plays their daughter is very, very good. It's a pretty grim movie, pretty downbeat, but it's you know, darn good. And you know, I'm a big Michelle Williams fan, have been for a long time, and she's terrific in this movie. They both are. Ryan Gosling is really great. The only movie I've seen him in that I haven't liked him in is Fracture, but because he plays this hotshot young prosecutor in that movie, and his persona is so the opposite of that. He just seems like such a laid-back kind of guy who doesn't project his voice very much. You know, Tom Cruise is the guy to play a part like that, or, you know, whoever the young equivalent of Tom Cruise is right now. But I don't know. Anyway, they're both great, and that's a good movie, although, you know, certainly not a happy film. I finally got to see Tron Legacy in IMAX 3D. I saw that at Navy Pier, which is a terrific theater. I had seen Inception and Avatar there previously, as well as you know, Beowulf, The Polar Express. You know all the really big, spectacular 3D movies there. I tend to like seeing 3D movies in a huge 6-story tall screen like that versus a regular multiplex, because it just doesn't look as good. You know, it's not bright enough, it's not large enough, the picture doesn't envelop you. But I have to say, after seeing Tron Legacy, I'm kind of done with 3D. I don't really need to see any more 3D movies. I just don't care that much about it. I'm glad I saw this one because there were a number of shots that were really great. But they redesigned the glasses that the theaters is offering for the 3D movies. And instead of just resting on your face, they're now sunglasses style, conventional sunglasses style. And they were pressing in the sides of my head, which was uncomfortable watching a 3D movie like that, especially when the sound is so very, very, very loud during the action sequences. All in all, I liked the movie. I thought the plot was a little confused. I didn't really understand some of it, and normally I'm very good with understanding complicated sci-fi movies. So I think that's a script problem, really. But visually, it's amazing. It has to be nominated for visual effects at the Oscars, and the light cycle competition in the first half of the movie is probably one of the most exciting action sequences I've seen in the last few years. For those of you who are interested in aspect ratio, the IMAX screen, of course, is very, very tall, but it's basically a square. And so most movies, when they play on an IMAX screen, it's just basically the middle. They just use the middle of the screen. The rest of it is, you know, black, like on a DVD. Now, if you recall seeing The Dark Knight in IMAX, you'll know that some of those IMAX sequences use the entire screen, and Tron did the same thing, only they used a lot more. A greater percentage of the movie is in a taller aspect ratio, so more of the screen is used, and those are really spectacular scenes. My favorite shot of the whole movie is the one where the program Clue is standing in front of all of his minions in this big rally, and it's this huge epic shot. It looks great. It looks really great. The music is fantastic as well. So yeah, if you can see it in IMAX, I would definitely recommend checking that out. That's what I've seen recently. I'm going to be doing a video on the movies I'm looking forward to seeing most in 2011. I know we're well into January by now, but it's never too late to look forward to stuff that's coming up that's going to be cool. And no, I will not be including most of the big blockbuster sequels that are set to come out. I think Spider-Man is supposed to come out this summer, right? Is the new Spider-Man supposed to come out, or is that next year? It's probably this year, right? They're not going to wait to do that one. I'm definitely not looking forward to that one, and not really Pirates of the Caribbean, and definitely not Transformers. Although I have to say that new teaser trailer that they have there with Neil Armstrong on the moon, that's a pretty fun teaser. It makes me actually want to see the movie, but I know that, you know, most of the movie will not be about that. It'll be set in the present, and it'll be, you know, Shia LaBeouf and stuff like that. But it is set in Chicago partly. Not that that's a reason to see it, you know, but hopefully they at least have a somewhat decent script this time. I don't know. No, it's not a good idea. I'm not looking forward to it. Not that much anyway. So yeah, that's it for now. Please enter the contest if you're thinking about it. Well, if you're thinking about it, never mind. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and take it easy.